back to the show, Criticurb, a fast type production, and I'm your host, Uche Teresa Izako. Today we're going to be looking at a movie titled Tender Lies. Tender Lies is a Rock Studios production in conjunction with Ruth Kadiri production. I did enjoy watching this one. Okay, I will point out some things that I did notice in the movie, and we will talk about the good part first, and we will talk about the places that we could have done better. Okay, and if you haven't seen my last video, I had Vincent Dubin here as a special guest on the show, and if you haven't seen that video, please head to Criticurb on YouTube and watch that video. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, so the language was simplified and it fitted into the writer's interpretation and context, which I really liked. The scenic configuration was precise, okay, with the way the expression of emotion was handled and managed. I really like that. Okay, I'm just gonna give you an example where Blessing was craving food in the middle of the night, and she was just coming out of the kitchen when Francis was coming down the stairs, and he had said to her, midnight cravings, and you could see that look on her face. You know that look when you catch a little child stealing chewing gum or a lollipop from mommy's bag, and you just, or when you catch a child licking sugar and you've warned him or her to stop licking sugar. You know that face of guilt, like, you know, when you catch somebody red-handed, especially when you're not expecting to see anyone, and all of a sudden someone comes out from nowhere and you just, you know, with your cheek dropping down, like, am I in trouble? Am I in trouble? No, you're not in trouble. Just midnight cravings. Yeah. Okay. All right, so the story presented itself with a flamboyant structure, setting, and description, which was really good. I did like that. Okay. The outline of the story was strategic, which helped position each character to the realization of the consequences of their actions. Francis refusing Didi from attending violin classes. Why? Because it probably reminded him of his dead wife. And what was the consequence? The consequences there was that Didi was upset, she was unhappy, she thought Francis, her father, blamed her for the death of their mother. Okay, and also another realization of actions here will be when Blessing didn't mention to Francis that Didi was secretly attending violin lessons. And what was the outcome of that? What happened? He kicked her out. And also hiding being pregnant. That was quite dicey, right? Yeah, he actually almost kicked her out. Didi had to plead on her behalf. Okay, so those aspects of the story I really liked. It was good. So there was some good level of thought process and creativity in that, so which is good. Okay, so there are some aspects that I think were not necessary that could have been taken out, but still convey the same meaning or have the same interpretation in the story. Okay, so but I would like to also mention that I did like the way they used fast graphic transitioning to actually, you know, more like fast forward when you try to fast forward the day to get to the night. So instead of dragging that scene and, you know, just drag it just for you to depict the night scene, you just use the fast graphic transitioning to actually quickly take it to night, okay, nighttime. So that was really good. It was quite creative. Good. Okay, so another thing I would love to talk about here is the aspect where Blessing was cooking Indomie, noodles in the kitchen. Okay, that scene where I had to sit there and watch Blessing make or cook noodles, it wasn't necessary, because after that scene, the next was where she was serving Didi Indomie. So we could have actually presented that story or presented a scene where Blessing is serving Didi Indomie. That was enough to convey that she actually cooked before serving Didi. Of course, you have to cook the Indomie first before eating, right? Yeah, so we didn't need to see the whole prepping, cooking, I don't know, I always call it Indomie, but noodles. Okay, all right, so I think that could have been done better. Didi was extorting money from her dad in order to pay for a violin class. Okay, so, and what was the consequences? Francis found out from the teacher in a way, okay, and he got really mad. So I did like that strategic aspect of the plot, which was really good. Okay. Also, let's talk about the scene where Francis is dealing with the loss of his wife, and he puts up this bold look, hardworking guy. He knows what he's doing. He can handle it, but deep inside he is grieving the loss of his wife. And somehow, what does he take it out on? Sometimes Blessing, sometimes Didi. Okay, so I did like the way his emotions was being managed. Really good. Okay, so, and the part where I think would have been done better as well is the part where Francis was sick, and while sick, Didi comes into his room to serve him green tea, and while he was having the green tea, the bell rang. And guess who that was? That was Stacy, okay? But when the bell rang, Didi said, "Oh, I will get the door." That could be Miss Blessing. Maybe she forgot her keys. What keys could Blessing possibly forget? Blessing lives in that house with them all. Blessing does not drive. So what keys could Blessing possibly be forgetting? So I think that line there, that message the writer put there, it wasn't necessary. Okay, it could have completely been taken up. Why not Didi say, "Okay, Daddy, I will get the door." That's it. You don't really have to say, "Oh, I think it's Miss Blessing. Maybe she forgot her keys," or nah. Okay, so those bits and pieces here and there, I think could have been done better. Okay, but overall the movie was quite satisfying watching it, and I did like the realistic, having to actually have an actual pregnancy in that movie. It was good. Okay, overall it's good. I would recommend you all go watch it, and if you do have any questions or you want to talk about something about the movie, head down to the comment section of my channel criticurb, and we can begin a conversation there. Okay, and before I go, I like to encourage all the writers and authors out there to keep writing. Writing means sharing, and it's part of the human nature to want to share things like thoughts, opinions, and ideas. Okay, and if you put in so much determination, hard work, sooner than later your creativity will become a chapter, a book, or a script, whatever it is you're working on. Okay, so don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. It's not easy, but I know you can do it. Okay, and I'm your host, Uche Teresa Ezekiel for criticurb. See you soon, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. See you soon.